Hello, dear learners. Welcome to this video session of the MOOC on rural development in India. In this video, we shall discuss the Unit 27 titled as Panchayati Raj and Rural Development from Module 8. Here in this video, we shall discuss the key features of the 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act, the structure and functions of Panchayati Raj institution, and the important role played by the Panchayati in promotion rural development. We will also look at how panchayats contribute to decentralized planning, implementation of government schemes, and grassroots democracy in rural area. Dear learners, I believe that the term Panchayati Raj is not new to most of you. Basically, Panchayati Raj is the system of rural local self-government in India through which people at the grassroots participate directly in the process of governance and development. As discussed in the previous lecture, self-governance has been a part of Indian tradition since ancient time. Village panchayat existed even during the Vedic period. Ancient texts like Kautila's Arthashastra, the Manusmriti, and the Shanti Parva of the Mahabharata clearly mention the presence of village council that manage local affairs. After independence, the government of India took many steps to strengthen local rural governance. Several important committees and commissions such as the Balbantrai Mehta Committee, Ashok Mehta Committee, G.V.K. Rao Committee, L.M. Singhvi Committee, and the Sarkaria Commission played a significant role in shaping the present structure of Panchayati Raj institution in the country. The Balbantrai Mehta Committee's proposal for the creation of three-tier structure of local government marked the beginning of the current Panchayati Raj system. Now let us discuss about the 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act 1992 in details. A major milestone came with the 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act 1992, which gave constitutional status to Panchayati Raj institutions. This amendment made it mandatory for states to establish a three-tier system. The 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act 1992 added a new Part 9 to the Indian Constitution. From Article 243 to 243O, the provisions of panchayats are included. The Act has also added a new 11th schedule to the Constitution. It contains 29 functional items of the panchayat. Let us look at the main features of the Act. Number 1, Gram Sabha. The Act provides for a Gram Sabha as the foundation of the Panchayati Raj system. It is a body made up of persons whose names are registered in the electoral rolls of a village within the area of a panchayat at the village level. Thus, it is a village assembly consisting of all the registered voters of the panchayat area. It may exercise such power and perform such functions at the village level as the legislature of a state determines. Number 2, three-tier system. The Act provides for a three-tier panchayati Raj system in every state, with panchayats at village, intermediate, and district level. In this way, the Act ensures uniformity in the structure of Panchayati Raj across the country. However, a state with a population not more than 20 lakhs may choose not to establish panchayats at the intermediate level. Then, election of members and chairperson. All the members of Panchayati Raj at the village, intermediate, and district levels are to be elected directly by the people. The chairpersons of panchayats at the intermediate and district levels are elected indirectly from among the elected members. However, the method of electing the chairperson of a village level panchayat is decided by the state legislature. Both the chairperson and the members of a panchayat, whether elected directly or indirectly, have the right to vote in panchayat meetings. Then, reservation of seats. The Act provides for a reservation of seats for scheduled caste and scheduled tribes in every panchayat at all three levels, in proportion to their population in the panchayat areas. It is also directs the state legislature to reserve the offices of chairperson in panchayats at the village and other levels for SCs and STs. Additionally, the Act mandates that not less than one-third of the total seats to be reserved for women, including those belonging to SCs and STs. Moreover, at least one-third of the chairperson's posts at each level of Panchayat must be reserved for women. The Act also empowers the state legislature to make provisions for reserving seats or the offices of chairperson in Panchayat at any level for backward classes. It should be noted that the provisions for reservation of seats in Panchayats for scheduled caste, both for members and chairperson, does not apply the state of Arunachal Pradesh. This is because the state is entirely inhabited by indigenous tribal communities and has no scheduled caste population. This exception was introduced later through the 83rd Constitutional Amendment Act 2000. Then, duration of panchayats. The Act grants a panchayat at every level a term of 5 years from the date of its first meeting. However, it may be dissolved before completing this term. A fresh election to form a new panchayat must be completed either before the end of 5-year term or, in case of early dissolution, within 6 months from the date of dissolution. If the remaining period of the dissolved panchayat is less than 6 months, it is not necessary to hold election for that short duration. State Election Commission. The responsibility for the preparation of electoral rolls and the conduct of all panchayat elections is vested in the State Election Commission. This commission is headed by a state election commissioner appointed by the governor. The governor also determines the commissioner's tenure and condition of service. The commissioners cannot be removed from office except in the same manner and on the same ground as a judge of the state high court. Moreover, the condition of service cannot be changed to the commissioner's disadvantage after appointment. The state legislature may make laws regarding all matters related to panchayat elections. Then, finance. The state legislature may empower a panchayat to levy, collect, and use taxes, duties, tolls, and fees. Then, assign to the panchayat certain taxes, duties, tolls, and fees that are collected by the state government. Number C, provide grants in aid to panchayat from the consolidated fund of the state. And D, establish fund to deposit and manage all panchayat revenues. Additionally, the governor of the state is required to set up a finance commission every 5 years to review the financial position of the panchayat. Then, 11th schedule. It contains 29 functional items placed within the purview of panchayat. Number 1, agriculture, including agricultural extension. Number 2, land improvement, implementation of land reforms, land consolidation, and soil conservation. Number 3, minor irrigation, water management, and watershed development. Number 4, animal husbandry, dairying, and poultry. Number 5, fisheries. Number 6, social forestry and farm forestry. Number 7, minor forest produce. Number 8, small scale industries, including food processing industries. Number 9, khadi, village and cottage industries. Number 10, rural housing. 11, drinking water. Number 12, fuel and fodder. Number 13, roads, culvert, bridge, ferries, waterways, and other means of communication. Number 14, rural electrification, including distribution of electricity. Number 15, non-conventional energy sources. Number 16, poverty alleviation program. Number 17, education, including primary and secondary education. Number 18, technical training and vocational education. Number 19, adult and non-formal education. Number 20, libraries. 21, cultural activities. 22, markets and fairs. 23, health and sanitation, including hospitals, primary health centers, and dispensaries. 24. Family welfare. Number 25. Women and child development. 26. Social welfare, including welfare of handicapped and mentally retarded. 27. Welfare of weaker section, and in particular of the scheduled caste and the scheduled tribes. 28. Public distribution system. And 29. Maintenance of community assets. Dear learners, now we are going to discuss the composition and power of the Panchayati Raj institution. Regarding composition, there are three levels of Panchayati Raj system: Jila Parishad, Panchayat Samiti, and Gram Panchayat. The Gram Panchayat is the Panchayati Raj system's lowest tier. It is made up of elected officials chosen by the village residents, which include a Sarpanch, the leader of Gram Panchayat, and Panch members. The number of members in a Gram Panchayat is determined by the village population. The Panchayat Samiti at the block level is the middle tier of the Panchayati Raj system, which is in charge of coordinating the actions of Gram Panchayat with the blocks. The residents of block directly elect the members. The members of the Panchayat Samiti elect the Pradhan or head from the amongst the members. The Panchayati Raj system's highest level is the Jila Parishad. It is made up of elected officials from each block in the district. The member of the Jila Parishad elect the chairpersons. Now let us discuss about the power and functions of the Gram Panchayat. Legislative power. By laws and decisions pertaining to local matters like public health, sanitation, and village welfare can be passed by the Gram Panchayat. To raise money for village development, it might impose taxes on nearby homes, land, and agriculture operations. Executive power. At the village level, Gram Panchayat is in charge of carrying out government initiative pertaining to infrastructure, health, education, rural development, and poverty reduction. To guarantee efficient operation at the local level, it keeps an eye on the work of local public servants, including teachers and healthcare professionals. The Gram Panchayat is also required to provide the village with essential amenities like waste management, drinking water, sanitation, and street lighting. Financial power. Local taxes such as property taxes, car tax, and fees for utilities like water supply can be collected by the Gram Panchayat. The state and federal governments provide grants to it so that it can implement a range of development initiatives. It is in charge of creating the budget and monitoring how the money allotted for the development of the village is used. Now discuss about the power and functions of Panchayat Samitis. Legislative powers. So, in legislative powers, formulation of plans. The Panchayat Samiti is in charge of creating resolutions and plans for the block's advancement. It is crucial for organizing and execution of development plans, especially in fields like health, education, and agriculture. Then, approval of schemes. At the block level, authority. It has the authority to accept or modify plans and schemes put forth by the Gram Panchayat. Furthermore, the Panchayat Samiti has the authority to launch new initiative in response to regional demand. That executive power, implementation of development programs. At the block level, the Panchayat Samiti carries out a number of government initiatives. This covers programs pertaining to education, health, sanitation, rural development, and poverty reduction. Supervision of the Gram Panchayat. The Panchayat Samiti is empowered to keep an eye on the operations of Gram Panchayat in its block. It guarantees that the Gram Panchayats are handling local matters efficiently and in accordance with government directives. Providing guidance. To assist Gram Panchayat in the design and execution of local development projects, the Panchayat Samiti offers them technical support and advice. Then financial power, allocating funds. The Panchayat Samiti is in charge of overseeing the money allotted to the block. It gives funding to the Gram Panchayat for local development after receiving them from the state or federal government. Revenue generation. A variety of taxes and other methods are available to the Panchayat Samiti to generate income. Development projects at the block level may be financed with this profit. Monitoring financial utilization. To make sure that the funds given to the Gram Panchayats are used effectively, the Panchayat Samiti keeps an eye on their financial utilization. Then, general power of Jila Parishad. The Jila Parishad is powered to prepare plans for economic development and social justice of the district and ensure coordinated implementation of such plan in respect of matter relating to the 29 items of 11th schedule. Legislative power of Jila Parishad. Formulation of plans. The Jila Parishad is able to create development plans at the district level. It creates plan for areas including welfare services, education, health, infrastructure, and agriculture. Then, approval of schemes. The Jila Parishad authorizes and oversees a number of programs that affect the entire district and deal with rural development, education, health, and sanitation. Then, legislating on local issue. It has the authority to enact resolution and bylaws on a range of local government matters such as district level public service administration and resource management. Executive power of Jila Parishad. Implementation of government's program. At the district level, the Jila Parishad is in charge of carrying out government initiative. This covers the execution of welfare initiative pertaining to employment, education, health, water supply, and poverty reduction. Then, coordination among Panchayat. Panchayat coordination serve as a conduit between Panchayat Samitis at the block level and Gram Panchayat at the village level. The Jila Parishad oversees the operations of Panchayat Samitis and Gram Panchayat and makes sure that the state level policies are appropriately executed at the district level. Then, financial power of the Jila Parishad. Control over fund. A sizable portion of the money allotted for district level development initiatives are overseen by the Jila Parishad. Within its jurisdiction, it is in charge of allocating funds to Gram Panchayat and Panchayat Samitis. Revenue generation. It can impose the tax or use other means such as grant from the federal and state government to raise money. These go towards welfare initiative, public services, and local infrastructure. Auditing and financial monitoring. The Jila Parishad is responsible for auditing and financial monitoring, making sure that funds are used efficiently for the district's growth. In order to guarantee accountability and transparency, it audits the Panchayat Samitis and Gram Panchayat's financial records. Administrative power. Overseeing district administration. The Jila Parishad is empowered to oversee and direct district administration, guaranteeing that local government policies are carried out appropriately. Appointment of staff. At the district level, the Jila Parishad has the authority to select personnel for a range of welfare and development initiatives. Additionally, it has the power to control and oversee the performance of district administrative officers. Dispute resolution. It is crucial for settling administrative conflict amongst the many panchayats so as to ensure smooth functioning of the entire panchayati system. The Jila Parishad acts as mediator in the case of conflict between panchayat. Dear learner, now let us understand the role of panchayati institutions in rural development. As we all know, panchayats are the backbone of rural development in India. After the 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act 1992, they were given constitutional authority to function as institutions of self-government. Their role is not limited to implementing schemes. They are planner, coordinators, supervisors, and representatives of rural people. The importance of Panchayati Raj in rural development can be highlighted in several ways, like number one, decentralized planning and local governance. Panchayats prepare development plans according to the real needs of the village. Through Gram Sabha meetings, villagers discuss problems such as lack of roads, drinking water, irrigation, schools, or health facilities. These needs are then included in village development plans and forwarded to higher level for approval and funding. Then number two, implementation of government schemes. Panchayats act as the main agency for implementing schemes like MGNREGA, Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, NRLM, Swachh Bharat Mission, Jal Jeevan Mission, etc. They identify beneficiaries, supervise works, maintain records, and ensure that benefits reach the right people. For instance, under MGNREGA, Panchayat selects work such as pond digging, road construction, and land development. Development and maintenance of rural infrastructure. So, panchayats are responsible for the construction and maintenance of basic infrastructure such as road, drainage system, drinking water sources, street light, community hall, etc. They also maintain common village assets like pond and wells. For example, many panchayat use MG-NREGA fund to improve rural roads and restore water bodies for irrigation and daily uses. Then number four, agricultural and livelihood promotion. Since agriculture is the main occupation in villages, Panchayat promotes irrigation and land improvement, animal husbandry, fisheries, and forestry. They also encourages cottage industries and rural employment opportunities. For example, in Rajasthan, Panchayat revived traditional water harvesting structure like Johat, which improve groundwater level and agricultural productivity. Number five, delivery of basic civic and social services. Panchayats ensure that essential services such as primary education, healthcare, sanitation, and public distribution system functions properly. They monitor schools, Anganwadi centers, and health centers. For example, Panchayat supervise the midday meal scheme and ensure regular attendance of children in schools. Number six, promotion of sanitation, health, and environment. Panchayats played a significant role in making villages open, defecation free under Swachh Bharat mission. They organize awareness campaigns for cleanliness, water management, and tree plantation. For example, during COVID-19, Panchayats managed quarantine shelter, spread awareness, and supported vaccination drives. Number seven, social justice and inclusion. Panchayat work for the welfare of SCs and STs, women, elderly people, and the other weaker section. They ensure fair selection of beneficiaries for welfare schemes and prevent discrimination. For example, beneficiary list for Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana and pension schemes are finalized in Gram Sabha meetings to ensure transparency. Then, women empowerment and leadership. Reservation for women has increased their participation in governance. Women panchayat leaders often focus on issues like drinking water, sanitation, education, and self-help group initiative. Then, resource management and revenue generation. Panchayat manage common resources like grazing lands, ponds, and village forest. They also collect local taxes, market fees, and water charges to fund development works. For example, some panchayat generate revenue through village markets and use the funds for local improvement. Then, transparency and accountability through Gram Sabha. The Gram Sabha review panchayat's budget, approves development plans, and conducts social audits. This ensure accountability and reduce misuse of funds. For example, public reading of MG and Rega expenditure in Gram Sabha meetings help villagers question irregularities. So dear learners, we have come to the end of this video. In this video, we have discussed about the concept of Panchayati Raj and its close connection with rural development in India. We examined the background and evolution of local self-governance and the significance of 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act 1992 and its key features such as the Gram Sabha, three-tier structure, reservation, election, finance, and the 11th schedule. We also understood the composition, powers, and function of Gram Panchayat, Panchayat Samiti, and Jila Parishad, and also discussed how the institutions actively contribute to decentralized planning, implementation of government schemes, delivery of basic services, social justice, women empowerment, and overall rural development. With this word, I conclude this session. Thank you.